Hello and welcome to From the Helm. We are live on Honeymoon Island. As you can see, we've got this beautiful backdrop. I am Lisa. I'm with my co-host Kelly.
How you doing, everybody?
And today we have our Chief Revenue Officer, Chuck Cashman. Say hello to the folks.
Hey.
And his beautiful dog, Fenway. And say hello to the folks, Fenway.
So Fenway is having a great day out on the water. He's been on the paddleboard. He's been on shore. I mean, he's been all over the place, and it's just a great opportunity to get out on the water and have some fun. And using, of course, the hashtag MMX Pets. So if you guys out there, if you are having or have had recently a great day out on the water with your pets, we'd love to see the pictures. We'd love to know about it, and give us a shout out here on the stream. So Chuck, if you want to kind of give us an overview of Fenway. Tell us about him and how you found him and you know, what are some of the great aspects of going boating with him?
Well, boating with your pet's like boating with your family, right? When you start that process, you have to make sure that he likes to boat. So when we started the process, my wife had never had a dog, and I've had a bunch of dogs, but we've never had a dog. So we started researching it because that's what we do, and then we started right away with, you know, our lifestyle. What do you do, and you know, what do you like to do? And water is such a huge part of our life that we had to include water. And then you start eliminating dogs that don't necessarily like water or aren't strong swimmers, and then some of the other things. He's a Hungarian Vizsla. He's a good boy, and they're great family dogs. They're extremely high energy. They can run for miles.
Sure.
You know, real intelligent, but they need some input. And I'll tell you, the other thing is they don't like to be alone. They get
we've seen
tremendous separation anxiety. So if we're going boating, he's going. I don't know that I've ever been in this boat, honestly, without him. So
sure.
And we boat a lot. So it was an important part of the process to make sure we found a dog that was a boater, or at least was predisposed to the water.
And just seeing so far, I mean, being out here on this Azimuth Vert 40, I mean, just how much he loves being out on the water. You know, just running around the boat. It's a great boat just to kind of get around and just relax. And he's clearly just has the boating gene, as they say.
Yes. Did you have any worries about it when you first got him?
You know, we like anything you do, you want to make sure that the people and animals in your life enjoy the same things as you do. But when we went through the breeder, which we wrestled with a breeder, a rescue, and all that, but we really wanted a dog that we could work with from scratch, and they were very, very thorough on making sure that our lifestyle was compatible to one of the dogs they were going to entrust us to own.
Yep.
And this particular dog was not the dog we picked, but at the last minute, the breeder reached out and said, "We're going to switch dogs on you," which took my skepticism meter way up.
Anxiety levels up.
And I'm like, you know, why? And she goes, "Because this dog can't walk by a puddle without jumping in it."
Yeah.
And to us, that's what we wanted.
That's perfect.
So, yeah.
That's awesome. So I have to ask, why Fenway?
Well, we're big Boston fans,
Okay.
so that's not too tough. But
Sure.
my son was a baseball player, and he and I have gone to quite a few Red Sox games through the years, and it's been baseball and the Red Sox have been a fun part of our life growing up. If you don't go to the game, at least to talk about it every morning when the score's out there. So Fenway was cool.
Definitely a fitting name.
Sure.
Yeah, easy.
And so, I mean, we're here in Clearwater Beach area. I mean, what are some of the places that you guys like to, you know, stop by, visit while you're out on the boat with Fenway?
I'll tell you, we're here a lot, and and one nice thing about this is a dog-friendly beach. So they like you to keep your dog on a leash, but quite often you can get here and there's nobody here, and you can let them run around a little bit. But and you mentioned paddleboard and swimming, so it's protected. We'll paddleboard quite often, and from the time he was a puppy, he's really enjoyed getting on the paddleboard and runs around on it. And,
Yeah.
you know, we'll see fish
I
and dolphins.
have to say, we just witnessed Chuck and Fenway paddleboarding together, and Fenway is all over the board. The balance is impeccable. It made me nervous, but you guys look natural out there.
Well, you get the secret to that is you get a big paddleboard.
Yeah.
It's big enough.
And I think you have to kind of combine balance there because you're balancing yourself plus him, so you're both going in different directions. It's a good workout, right?
We've fell more times than I care to admit. It's part of the fun.
Well, that's
but he
great.
loves it. He jumps right on it. And,
Yeah.
you know, he knows when I put it in the water that he and I are going to go paddleboarding.
Yep.
And,
Yeah, it was-
and we do it every time.
Pretty remarkable. So, what other fun toys and supplies do you bring on the boat with you that you could suggest for other people to make sure that they have with them when boating with their pet?
You know, what we found is when you boat with your pet, they want, you know, they're creatures of habit, creatures of comfort. So we literally bring his dog bed from home
Oh,
on
really?
Yeah.
the boat because we'll sleep on the boat from
Yep.
time to time.
Yeah, well, that
and
makes
if he
sense.
needs a place to just go and feel safe, he's got his dog bed.
Mm-hmm.
And really, we got an extra one for the boat, quite honestly, because we were tired of lugging it back and forth. But we took the one that smelled like him on the boat. And
Yep.
what I think I found, you know, is just the keeping him comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And dogs they're creatures of habit. They're creatures of comfort. He's you know, he likes to sit next to you for sure. He's really good at that. And but they love the sun. They love I've been told that dogs, the mental stimulus is the same as physical exercise.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're out here and you see a fish, you see a dolphin, you see a bird, you see waves, you see another boat, it's so much new stimulus for
Sure.
them that you think kids never sleep better than when they get home from
Oh,
boating?
yeah,
Trust
for
me,
sure.
dogs are
Oh.
the same.
That's
Yeah,
They're
I mean,
absolutely the same.
That's a good tip. I mean, for those of you who have high energy dogs, I mean, getting them out on a boat where they can kind of just use all of their senses in one place
Yeah.
with the family, it's a good way to tire them out for the rest of the day.
Absolutely. No, the mental stimulus is every bit as good as the physical exercise.
Definitely.
Yes, and we also have a large selection of boating tips online.
Sure.
If you look for MarineMax Pets, boating
Yep.
safety, the videos are on YouTube.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if there's anything that you're looking for in terms of, you know, what should we bring on the boat with our dog or other animal, I'm sure we've seen other animals out there, including goats and other various things. But
Yep.
but definitely for the dogs, you know, bringing a water for sure, a lot of water for the dog. Also bringing
Life jacket. Oh,
here
we
have.
got water.
Yeah, coming in hot from Sarah behind the camera. So these little water cups, water bags, if you will, these are perfect because they're lightweight. You can pack them up. You can just put some water in that, put it all over the boat, and good way for the dog to stay
Yeah.
hydrated.
No doubt. And you know what? It's like wearing a sweater.
Yeah.
You know, when you look at dog fur, it's like
Oh, for
wearing a
sure.
sweater out in the sun.
Yep.
So you've got to make sure that, number one, you keep them in the water or keep them hosed down.
Yep.
If they don't swim, and a lot of water.
Yeah,
A lot of water. Fenway's got a big bowl of water that we fill up multiple times a day.
for sure. And then of course, Chuck
Yeah, I
is
was going
holding
to
it.
recommend. You know, Fenway's an accomplished swimmer now. He's gained our confidence, and we know that he can swim. And this is a pretty big boat with pretty high freeboards, so he's. I don't want to jinx anything, but he's generally pretty safe.
Sure.
This is a great thing for pets, where if they're in the water, one of the hardest thing to do is get them out of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this just gives you that handhold, and you pull him right out of the water. When we first started boating with him, he had one of these until I was confident that he had a sea leg, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
and that he knew the boundaries of the boat, and that we knew that if somehow he ever fell in the water, he'd be able to maintain and swim. And
Well, and a lot of people think it's just a flotation device, but I mean, having that
it's really
ability
getting
to
them out
grab
of
them,
the
pull
getting them out of the water.
Yeah.
It's as
Yep.
much as the flotation, because most dogs are pretty strong swimmers. He's
sure.
an exceptionally strong swimmer, but the getting them out is not easy.
Yeah. Yep.
Because their
definitely.
paws are moving, and you want to just be able to get a handle and get them out.
And it makes me think too, you want to get a quality one. I mean, I know Roughwear and some of the other companies out there, they make a great product, and you want one that you can trust. And when you're kind of pulling things out, and dog's pretty heavy, so you want to make sure that strap's going to hold. So
Yeah.
really good to have that. And of
They're
course,
heavy, they're wet, and they're moving.
Yeah.
there's a lot
So-
going on at any given time,
Yes, there is.
especially on a boat.
Yeah, and if you need any advice about life jackets, your local MarineMax store can be a great resource.
Yep.
A lot of the boating gear centers will carry some life jackets. Obviously, it's hard to predict size and breed and everything, but they can help you order what you need. So get online, look for marinemax.com/stores, find your local source, and give us a call. We'll help you figure out what you need for your boat.
For sure.
And speaking of boats, we're aboard a beautiful Azimuth 40 Verve, and I have to ask, why this boat?
So again, it starts with lists. You figure out what you're going to do in your life, and
Yeah.
and you try to match them up.
Yep.
I can tell you, 27 years in this business, there's no perfect boat. Nothing is perfect, but your days on the water are perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, oh,
But
yeah.
in terms of the boat itself, so we knew what we were going to do. We knew we wanted to come close to the beach and anchor and have our family enjoy the water, interact with the water. Interaction with the water was big for us.
Sure.
But from a dog and a baby, we wanted to make sure that we had good, wide, tall walkarounds.
Oh yeah.
So that I don't have to have captain's anxiety every time Fenway goes to the front of the boat.
Mm-hmm.
So we have real deep, wide walkarounds. He really can't get his head out anywhere, and he'll walk around the boat, and I feel totally safe as a captain. So that's one of the things, right? The outboards, shallow draft makes it really, really nice on the west coast of Florida that you don't have to worry about. As we came into this beautiful spot, there was 2 feet of water, and you just kind of take the engines up and skim right across, and that makes it really nice. So
having the outboards is it's beneficial, especially around here.
Yeah. It is. It's a huge trend. It's not for everybody. It's not for every boat. But when you start thinking about usage, right? If you're looking at a boat, make a list. Say what you like to do and figure out what boat works. And once you get your top 8 or 10 things covered, you've honed in pretty well.
Yeah.
Well, and I've just been seeing Fenway kind of moving around here. When you have the walk around to the bow in that area, he can literally kind of get around the boat as he pleases, and it's not getting stuck in certain places, and it's just a lot of space.
That's right.
And of course he has, you said you bring his bed with him, but also anywhere.
Yeah.
There's a couple spots that even this with a little bit of a high backrest, he'll lay out here in the sun, and I don't have to worry about him falling over. So it's a lot about safety. It's a lot about comfort, but that's where you look at that usage and you start zeroing it in.
Sure.
And it's been a good one for us.
And of course, for everybody out there, if you have any stories similar to this, why you chose your boat, how your boat is perfect for you and your family, and of course your pets too, we'd love to, of course, see pictures, and we'd love to hear about your experiences and why that boat is perfect for you. Of course, the Verve is perfect for Chuck here, and being out here, we can clearly see why. So it's just a great opportunity for us to kind of get into your world and see, what are you choosing out there?
Yes.
It's really awesome because, there's so many customers are trying to figure out what that perfect boat is. Mm-hmm. And even as much as we're trying to transfer the knowledge that we've learned, it's so good to hear it from a customer.
Yeah.
So if you can share some stories of maybe struggles in finding the perfect boat and what got you over that hump, that would be awesome. That really would be good for other prospects to hear, because they're on the same journey.
Well, and it's like any product too. I mean, there's always trade-offs, right? You always have certain things that work for certain things, and then you get into a different situation, and I mean, it's pretty much life, right?
Yeah.
No perfect boat, right?
Yeah.
I love my boat, but these things burn some fuel. So
Yeah.
I don't ever look at that.
And sometimes you don't know what you don't know, and you can learn that from a fellow boater, or feel free to ask us questions if you're listening right now. You have some questions about Fenway, you have any questions for us, drop them in the notes below. We'd be happy to answer them.
If you have any questions about Azimut, of course, we are here on an Azimut, and speaking of Azimut, boat show, of course, next week, big boat show, Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show.
One of the biggest in the world.
Yep.
Yeah, can't wait. It's awesome. It really is. It's a phenomenal. I tell you, boat shows through the years have changed. It's for me, it's reconnecting with customers.
Mm-hmm.
I love that part of it. It's reconnecting with some of the families from the manufacturers, but it's like having your extended family all in one place, and it's really it's a phenomenal event socially, but it's even a better event if you're looking to try to find that perfect boat. You'll have all manufacturers, all hands on deck, and then it's a very competitive place too. So that if you do find that boat, it's not a bad place to work your best deal.
For sure.
So yeah.
And there for Azimut, they will be having the new A45 on display.
Will. Yep. North American debut.
North American debut, the A45, and of course the A51, and all of the other Azimut lineup. I mean, it goes on from there. I mean, it's going to be an incredible show.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to seeing anything in particular?
You know what? I'm in the right business because I get as excited for boat shows to see all the new product as I do for being at a place that's has all our customers and business do. Mm-hmm. It's a phenomenal weekend for business, but it's also it's an exciting place. I mean, literally every manufacturer has something new to either debut there or to give you a sneak peek to. So it's well worthwhile.
For sure. I love that you said it's kind of a reunion, right? It's like a family reunion of, I mean, you see a lot of the same faces from both in the industry and the customers and people that just love to just come and
reconnecting with customers is a, when you start out this process in the boat business, you don't, maybe somebody that I didn't think about it, but as time goes on and now you have customers for 25 years and you watch their kids grow up, and their kids are buying boats and they're coming back saying, you guys have changed our life. It really is one of the most rewarding components of our business, and it was completely unexpected. That part of it, the connection with people, the connection with customers, the ability to just have commonality, right? I feel like I'm one of them. We talk about our days on the water, and we laugh about when we fell off the paddle boards, and then we talk about how to stay on the paddle boards. And it really is a phenomenal time, and one of the things that I most look forward to at the big shows is to see all our old friends.
Yeah, well, and it's kind of boating in itself is like a secret club. Once you're in it, it's just all part of the family. You see people, you talk to people, even people you've never met before. You make new friendships. I mean, we see some people out here that they saw you paddle boarding, and you wave to them, and that's just part of the lifestyle.
No, it's funny. Something I've always believed, and I really do believe this, and it doesn't matter what size boat you have. As you look out here, your view's the same. Whether your boat's 18 feet or 118 feet.
It's very true.
Now, you may arrive differently, and you may have a better dinner, but as you look out to the beauty of boating and to the natural beauty of boating, this view's the same regardless of the boat you're in. So it is the commonality, and when you come out here on a weekend, there's a lot of boats, and you get a lot of nice boat comments, but at the same time, there is a commonality to the boaters, and all the dogs are playing together, and the kids are playing together, and it's just a wonderful day, and it is true that it's a community and a family.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
One of the really cool things that I didn't really know when I first started with MarineMax was the customer rendezvous. And the fact that, it's great to just show up on a sandbar and make new friends, but there are a lot of things that we do to bring the customers together, like the Azimut event at Cannes in France. We do it for a couple of other brands, and I know that you got to attend the one in France. And could you tell us a little bit about that?
I can. I'd say I'm blessed that I get to travel a lot with our customers and on a lot of different brands. But that one in particular is in one of the most beautiful venues in the world. It's in Cannes, France, and it centers around a boat show. But at the same time, it's we take our customers. We go over as a group. It was over 100 people this year. We had wonderful dinners, wonderful tours set up, wonderful experience at a boat show. But you can't replace those type of things, and you can't create it. It was really, really neat to go through, and we do that with a lot of brands. We learned a lot of years ago, that our customers weren't using their boats quite as much as you would think they would, and when we really started digging into it, we found there was a little bit of an intimidation factor to say, I don't want to go from Clearwater, Florida to the Keys. I don't want to go from the east coast of Florida to the Bahamas. But boy, I'll go if you take me.
Yeah.
Going in groups.
So then we started.
Safety in numbers.
So we said, come with us. And now it's evolved into snow skiing trips, which don't have there's no boats involved, but the commonality of boaters it's very, very strong. It's a very strong emotion, and most of us that are our boaters, they know how the water makes them feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, that when you hang around other people, that the water makes them feel the same way. You find there's a lot more commonality, very diverse backgrounds, all different walks of life and positions and economic status. But at the end of the day, if you can sit on a beach like this and it makes you feel good, that's a good sign that you're one of us.
Yeah, living the best life.
That's right.
Yeah, very good. And if you're interested in where you can find a getaway or event near you, MarineMax.com/events.
Yeah.
We have stores across the country that host getaways and meetups and even demo days to allow you to come in and test run a couple of different boats if you're trying to figure out which one's right for you.
Mm-hmm.
Our website's a really good resource to look for all things boating.
Yep.
And I know that we've got some people watching. So if you have any questions, definitely drop them below. Sarah, you got something for us?
Yeah, we do. We have Mark, Gail, Michael, Paul, Troy, and Anthony all tuning in right
How's
now.
everybody doing?
Hey guys.
Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. And a question that we have, you said Fenway is a hunting dog, so what is his favorite thing to hunt?
I tell you, the dog is a squirrel hunter. he loves it. On a boat, he's a dolphin hunter.
Yep.
He's got an uncanny ability to find a dolphin. He'll stare, and I'll tell him, Fenny, there's nothing there. Come on back. And sure enough, it'll come up.
I think he just
he heard
spotted
dolphin, and off he goes.
Yeah.
And he's a squirrel hunter.
Yeah.
I'm now taking him around the neighborhood on a bike, and if we see a squirrel, it's Katie, bar the door.
Well, I think if he can find the dolphin, he can probably find the fish too, right? I mean, I always say you search for the dolphin to find the fish too, including the birds. But yeah, Fenway's having a great. He's living his best life, that's for sure. Lastly, so we talked about the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. We're also bringing that online this year for the first time. So
I think it's a, this is the first year that we do it. Extremely excited to be doing it, and I think it's going to be the first of a changing component of our industry. 100,000 people go to the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show, which means millions don't.
That's right.
Very true.
And to be able to somewhat experience the models, the new innovation, talk to a salesperson, get that Fort Lauderdale Boat Show pricing. All of those things, we're going to bring it to you in the comfort of your own home. So we can't wait. We're very excited about that. We think it's going to be a unique opportunity. No lines, no travel. You're not inhibited by weather. We've had a lot of customers that, hey, I can't get down because it's snowing up north. All that goes away.
Well, it's just, I mean, the power of the internet these days. I mean, when you have videos where you can literally feel like you're on the boat, walking through it, looking around.
Yep.
And then, of course, you have the imagery. You have the team members there to assist you.
That's right.
So it's very powerful.
Yeah, and you can get all that online. We're going to have a live chat available. So if you're looking at a particular boat and you have questions, you can just type them right in the computer, and we'll answer your questions as you kind of go along. And I know Kelly and I will actually be down there, we're going to do a live from the Helm next week. So stay tuned. It's going to be a lot of great content, a lot of great stuff.
We're going to be with Patrick Shaka from Yachting Magazine, and we're going to be coming to you live from an Ocean Alexander booth. We're not going to say what boat just yet. It's going to be a surprise, but I'm guessing some of you can imagine. It should be pretty exciting.
I know.
And Fenway, I wish you could be there. Unfortunately, you might have to stick back in Clearwater this year, but
he's got to man the fort. He's got to man the fort.
Sell the boat. So does Fenway do any tricks?
You know what? On demand, I'm not sure, but he makes us do tricks.
That's true. Well, we definitely like to see what your boating with your pets looks like. You can share it online with hashtag MMXPets. We'll retweet it. We'll share it on our Instagram channels. We run contests, all the time. So definitely share your boating experiences with us.
Cool. Yeah, and definitely thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in this month on From the Helm with MarineMax and with Fenway and with Chuck. We are very excited. If you guys, of course, this is going to be continuing. If you want to, if there's certain things, certain people, certain companies you want us to talk to, we'd love to hear from you. And of course, send us your pictures. Hashtag MMXPets.
Yeah,
it's been a good day.
Thank you for letting me get out on the water.
Yes, thanks, guys.
We'll
Thank you
see
for
everybody
joining
next
us.
time. Thank you.
Good job, Fenway.